Grandma had said, if you ain't old enough to drink, don't bring it out. I said, Grandma, she 30. I said, Grandma, she 30. She said, 30? I said, yeah, girl, she 30. Let me tap to each, because we're going to drop my best friend off.
Okay. I'm just chilling for the day, folks. What up, guys? What is up with you all? I hope that everybody is doing well out there. I know that everybody is going through some crazy times right now, or you're probably just living the best of life, or you're just in between it all. Whatever the case may have you, I'm glad that you're here with PK today, and you're tuned in for a reason. So let's get to it. Welcome to part 2 of my hair journey. And mentioning my hair journey, I actually would like to discuss something with you guys. I know that I can't possibly be the only one that's seeing what I'm seeing and going through this entirely mind-blowing and eye-crossing thing. But anyway, what I'm speaking of is what I'd say the thinning around the edges. I know that my hair has been growing back tremendously fast, but I noticed that my edges, at least some of the parts, I feel like it's sort of kind of taking its time. And quite honestly, I feel like within a process like this right here, that's because I know I've been doing the right maintenance, been brushing and some of everything, and been washing and conditioning and some of everything that I know, along with some other treatment. But I feel like in this case, it's definitely my hormones, because Sister Cat has been up under a heck of a heap of a lot of stress. On top of me coming down a whole lot. I mean, if anybody can remember what I used to look like within some time, I want to say probably in between the ages of 21 maybe on to possibly 27, 28. I know that my body has most definitely, now that I'm now 30, my body weight has most definitely shifted into a whole different person. I cannot fit anything of the past without it looking like a whole tent. And no, like seriously, I know that I'm most definitely every bit of a size 5. No capping, but yeah, my body has most definitely took a big weight drop. And I'm not going to sit up here and say that all of it has just been done the right way. I'm not gonna even sit up here and say that one specific thing has done this to me, but it's just really been a whole combination of the most devastating wrong things to happen, real life in a combo, to do this to me. I allowed it to do this to me. I mean, I feel like that's what happens when you all of a sudden just feel like, okay, no prayers are being heard right long and now, and there is no way that anybody could possibly love me right now. I mean, if you have never entered no space like that, I ain't gonna say too much on that part, but in that case, we really can't even have too much to talk about. But no, like seriously, y'all, depression is real. Depression is real. As much as people actually love to admit to enjoying their time alone and that moment of solitude and everything like that, not to say that I never do, but I'm not finna even sit up here and cap to y'all like that and say that I just all of the time just like to be alone like that. There be times of where I really be wanting that person to talk to. There's a time where I would need somebody to be more of a listening ear, more than actually having a opinion, if you get what I mean. Like, some people are so quick to throw out their gestures without really even hearing what the other person has got to say. And quite honestly, I find most cases like this very, very disrespectful. And quite honestly, I feel like to an extent it's slick kind of disrespectful when somebody chooses to come to talk to you about something and the first thing that you can holler out is, oh, I think you need to go and seek some help. Wait a minute. First of all, for somebody to come to you of all people when they could have told 1,000 other folks, or chose not to really even tell a soul but yourself, and especially when that person had even let you know that whether that person is probably even telling the truth or not, they opened up their mouth to come to you of all individuals about something that was probably toying with them on the inside. And I be dead gummit. Some of y'all are so judgmental and you don't even realize it. Why in the world would the first thing that you would hop out the box and tell somebody, oh, I think that, that just sounds so traumatizing. And you don't know in what angle that you can say something to really offend somebody. But just for anybody that is a best friend to anybody, don't let that be the first thing to come out your mouth, because quite honestly, that shows no compassion. There is a way to do some of everything. Even if the simple fact of insinuating help, just may be helpful, there's still a way to do some of everything. It's just still not fixing to be the first thing to come out of my mouth. First of all, I'm going to actually show the person who is actually venting to me that I real deal literally care. There ain't nothing like showing a person that you actually care. You never know what a person is carrying behind a smile, or whenever they are around and out and about, and you just think this person is, okay and A1 and all this type of other thing, and it ain't nothing like that. So, yeah, I don't even know what in the world made me, come out with all of that. I mean, as far as I know, I feel like the only reason why I did is because that's one of them. I had begun to fall on this stage of where I had begun to feel alone, and I had one too many people around me that judged me, that claimed that they was there for me, loved me, would do anything for me, and was always this type of person that, if you need anything, what the 9 times out of 10 somebody would follow behind it and say, okay, I heard several of those. But from the moment that somebody just simply want to open up and actually talk to you, you're looking at me all cross-eyed, or making it seem like I'm the one with these different types of issues, when every single last person I know of walking the faces of this earth is dealing with something. But the only reason why I even open up my mouth, that's because I always been told that closed mouths don't get fed. But all at the same time, it's almost like, okay, the drawback with me has been who to even go to, because the people that I have even confided in, and the people that I really thought that had loved me, showed me a different wave that made me sick. As far as within my radar, I feel like I only have a good amount of 3 people maybe, so that I feel like they are actually friends that I can go to and talk to sometimes. But I must say, I don't know what to think about that significant other of mine. Me and him on some difficult terms right now. I still love that person, but boy, y'all know how that can be sometimes too. But I'm gonna have to ask God for some direction on that. But anyway, as far as loneliness, it's definitely been a big part, I can say, of how I've been feeling emotionally. Plus on top of having some withdrawals, I guess, just from being away from majority of the people that I grew up around and with. Plus off and on job and financial differences, switches and everything else. Stability, not quite where I quite wanted. Combination of just a lot of overthinking of what in the world to do next. That's because I'm in the midst of, just as I was literally telling you guys that I was not filling out another W-2 anywhere else, guess what I went and done the other week? That's because, y'all, PK ain't trying to come to the screen with you guys always crying about, oh, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no funds to be doing this. And for far as I know, I'm definitely not trying to be dumb while trying to come up on top. What type of city this is? To be that I had grew up in Tallahassee and Quincy, Florida, let me tell you, anybody that has grew up around there, yeah, you're going to have your things to say about the location and everything. Into a butt case, you're going to sure enough get tired of it. So what some of everybody does right within their home upbringing or whatever. But honey, I have saw a whole different light switch come on the moment that I had moved to me some rural behind Jackson, Tennessee. That's because this is the most unhappy that I have ever been, honestly, anywhere. the type of atmosphere and the type of city, well, should I say, this ain't even no city, but the type of town this is, like, it's real life full of buckets around here, like, and you can tell that people from around here really don't even get exposed to much, honestly. Just like I told y'all in the other video, man, the only reason what made me go ahead and stick out some things here and go ahead and set myself up to have some reliable transportation and my own place of stay and try to have my own way of stabilizing myself and my life and building it up and keep on establishing myself, whatever it is that I actually need to do, that's because I'm not trying to keep on being seen, real life being a person that's just not stable nowhere, no matter what it is. Like, I'm 30 now. I'm trying to do things a whole totally different way than the way I did it when all throughout my 20s. I actually hope that all of my hard work and praying and trying to seek God's face on some things that really don't make no sense to me, but make plenty sense to Him. I'm honestly hoping that I begin to see some light from the other side of the tunnel. That's because, yeah, that's what type of trouble I'm ready to be out of, honestly. I mean, I'm tired of feeling stuck or that I'm going in circles with life. I want to see so much different, honestly, within the next 6 months of this year, or really should I say before this year goes out. Yeah, man, I want to see something that's even mind-blowing to myself. I want to be able to honestly surprise myself. Really come the hell up out of this mediocre lifestyle of mine. That's because I really want to see myself live like a star, even in spite of everything going up and being so high. Y'all, I still want to live like a true diva around here, and I feel like it's so possible. But I know that I most definitely do not want to give up on myself. Quite honestly, I was facing some type of weird depression even within the past couple of days, y'all. I had to turn my phone completely just off within the last like 24 hours or so, leading on to 2 days. Nobody had heard from me, had seen me or anything like that. People was riding around looking for me all through this town of Jackson. I'm sorry for scaring everybody, but I most definitely needed some time myself. And yes, crazily, after 2 days of incubating myself up in this car and off and on falling asleep all of those 2 days literally of a space out, you know, just literally needing to be by myself, really of just no regards of just anybody. I swear I was not really even trying to think of self, but self needed to have been thought about before I had thought about doing something else. Like, seriously, y'all, and I'm not even saying that I'm like in the least bit crazy, but I just felt like at that time, just a couple of days ago, that, you know, some of everything and everybody was against me. But after that little, you know, time and such, I had ended up getting on my feet and going to some place to fill out an application. I'm supposed to be starting that next week. Hopefully everything goes well and start getting up. And with all of that being said, I'm about to get out of you guys' way. Today is my sister's birthday today, so I'm not going to tarry all too long. PK Plain Faces gotta go get cute. So I'll see you guys next video. Ciao-y. And nothing too major. I just gotta go put on my wig and I'll be on out of here and out of y'all way. Goodbye. Hold on a minute. I hope y'all didn't really think that I was gonna go out there like that. I mean, hold on. Let me get straightened up first. Now we can get on up out of here. Now I'm about to go eat some red hook with the family. So I'll tune into you guys later for real this time. See y'all later. Everybody be safe, because I know that I am.